So hi Vidya, Abhijith and Abhijith. Hope you both are doing well.
Hi, Mayuri.
Hi, Mayuri.
Yes, we
Mhm.
are. Hope you're doing well too.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks, and thank you for accepting our invitation to be a part of the NextGen Entrepreneurs Beyond Dream series. And so here we today are joined by Vidya and Abhijit, and they are the co-founders of Codewave. And Codewave is founded in 2013, and they are a design thinking-led innovation company, and they develop some cool custom mobile applications, websites, and other cloud solutions. And also coming to their work culture, right? So that's very interesting to note that they do not have any managers, and also their performance review happen among people, and they believe in smart and open work culture. And also coming to the recognitions and rewards, like Codewave has been named as a leader in technology services by Clutch, Good Firms, Project Management Institute, and other global leaders. And we are really happy to have you both with us today. And we'd like to hear from you both, like more about yourself and what was your induction for the entrepreneurship journey. Please.
Thanks, Mayuri, for that introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Vidya. I'm a co-founder of Codewave, and I head the design thinking practice at Codewave.
Hi, everyone. I'm Abhijith. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Codewave, and I head the digital transformation practice at Codewave.
Yeah, it's been about 9 odd years into the entrepreneurial journey. And back in 2013, India was largely known for IT offshoring, right? Like software engineering and maintenance jobs were very common. But product thinking, UX thinking, creative jobs were not so common. So that's when we thought, like, probably there's an opportunity for bringing a combination of product design and tech thinking into Codewave and bring all the thinking jobs back to India. So that's how we started. I come from a product background. Abhijit comes from a tech background. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that product and the tech combination worked really well, and even in our previous companies we had worked together as a team, and that's when post that we can kickstarted Codewave.
Yeah, and since we both come from a variety of corporate experiences, we really wanted to break a lot of corporate rules and sort of have a company that runs like a social network. That was kind of the dream, and we were really thinking, can we have more transparency? Can we have more authenticity in the workplace? Can we literally run like a social network without anybody telling us what to do?
Yeah, that's actually very unique and also very interesting to note. And also, like as you said, like you come from a corporate background and you started a startup, so you'd be having some initial challenges, right? What were your initial challenges which you faced from the conventional, employee mode and to the entrepreneur leader mode? Yes.
Yeah. So the first one is when you start up, right? You don't have any body of work. There's no portfolio. Especially we were a services startup, right? So we had to build a lot of portfolio, and what our way to that was we tied up with ad agencies, marketing agencies, etc., where we could add a lot of value, like from a design thinking and tech point of view, right? So that's how we started. Especially the first year or so, we were a lot dependent on them, co-creating a lot of stuff with them, pitching with them, and that's how we built our first body of work. And then a lot more things became a lot more easier.
Yeah, and to be a customer funded company that has no VC funds or external funding, you have to be on your toes. You have to be cash flow positive month on month for many months together. And you can't get complacent saying that, hey, the last quarter was great and we could afford to chill the next quarter. So that never was the case with us. Almost like we were literally frugal on our spends, and made us a lot more disciplined and be on our toes.
Yeah.
That's great, and thank you for sharing your initial journey. And also, I could see that you have formed a very good core team, and I can see that work culture mode would have formed more like team members satisfaction and more. Like how do you say, like how did you go from a 2-member led duo team to a a small team of your own, like how it all went for you? Like you could get some loyal employees. I'll not say employees because, as you said, you are like peer-peer, connected company. So how was the journey? Like what was, joining a startup could have had, because it started in 2013, that would have had some limitations, in finding some team members who are very good, in contributing to the startup. So how it was all for you?
Yeah. So again, we started very small, right? Like you said, like 2 to 4 people is when we hired, and I personally trained them as well, and we still have the day one employee with us. He's heading the tech division at Codewave. He's one of the shareholders also of Codewave, right?
Great.
So yeah. So again, I think people were always at the center of how we wanted to grow, right? So and naturally trust became an integral part of it, and trust is a two-way street, right? You have to
True.
believe this person is capable of doing something, and they have to believe that you have the right intent for them, and you're not kind of arm twisting them, right? So it's a two-way street. And when you're very transparent about what your expectations are, why are you doing what you're doing, that naturally keeps everyone aligned. And that, I believe, has kept us honest, as well as the team very, very informed about why we're doing what we're doing. Any decisions that we take at Codewave is not randomly taken by 2 people. We make people a part of the decision making practice. So we have participative leadership happening at all levels. Again, it's not only the leaders who participate, right? From an intern to anyone who's interested, to anyone who has a thought to kind of contribute, who have that acumen to, or interest to kind of being a part of that. We kind of bring them in. Again, some of these practices have really helped build that trust. And again, we had to trust them that they will, they have great ideas. And we've seen this again, time and again. Even let's say from a project perspective, when a lot of work is happening, we get some crazy ideas from interns who just graduated fresh out of college, but they have tremendous experience, life experiences, and also they've experienced a lot of apps which you might have kind of missed out on. So it's just being open to the possibilities has probably added this. So Vidya, you want to add anything?
Yeah, as a company, we grew very, very organically from the early stages, like from 4 to 20 to 20 to 40 to 100. And it was a very organic journey. For the initial few years, we didn't even work with a recruitment agency. We actually had people referring people, and customers were referring. So our business also grew organically. Like we started getting projects through our website and through customer referrals, and we literally spent zero on ads. So that's how organic our growth was.
Again, we were not in
yeah. Sorry, please continue.
No, we were not in a hurry as well. So it was pure organic growth. Yeah, now again, we are now looking to scale up our practices, kind of create this impact to a larger, team people. So that's where we are at right now.
Yeah, that's actually a great move, right? Like, believing in people and also keeping people as the core than the product or the profit or turnover itself, right? That's very interesting and very unique. Like, I have, seen many startups and companies and interacted with them, but this is very nice. And we hope that many companies come up with such a motto and, mission and vision, right? To give the people in the core. And also, like, coming to that, we have also faced, still facing the global pandemic situation. And we'd like to know, like, how you tackled it, right? Because when we have team members with us, and also the office modes change, and also everything changes, the flow and cash flow projects, and also the work mode, meetings, everything changes. So how it was for you, like the journey through the pandemic? Can you please share some glimpses of it?
Yeah. So again, this was not a big surprise for us working in this particular mode, right? Like work from home. So even pre-pandemic, we had work from home, teams working from home. I think almost 20-25% of our teams were at any given point in time, they're working from home. So we had the practices, we had the tools, etc. That was not a big problem as such. But what we did not anticipate was when completely everyone is working from home, a lot of this, cultural imbibing that that happens along the way, that kind of stops happening. And especially over a long period of time, it's not just 6 months, right? 2 years almost, we were kind of in the cocoon. So that kind of, we had to change a lot of our practices, especially from a cultural point of view than the collaboration point of view.
Yeah, and also on the creative roles that we have, right, which involved a lot of ideation and brainstorming. In an offline mode, the vibe in the room is completely different.
True.
Everyone would speak up and stuff, but with things like Zoom, it was very hard for people to raise hands and for people to pick up the facial cues. And somehow, I think we tackled with a lot of video technology, but a lot of little things, the human moisture between the
Yes.
collaboration that binds everyone together, that was a little missing during the pandemic. And we're trying to do hybrid mode now.
Okay. Okay.
Work 3 days a week. And again, these policies are created by people. We didn't send out a circular saying, hey, from tomorrow, all
Okay.
of you start coming 5 days a week. And
Mm-hmm.
what we did was sit down with people and, told them how would you solve for collaboration, how would you solve for ideation. And then they came up with a solution, and then we made that our new work from office policy.
Yeah, that's nice. That actually was smooth, right? Getting Dan, pulling out and putting some strict notifications. Okay, come to office and things like that. Then to getting the ideas from people itself, like how we are comfortable in working, and that would be very that'll work well in a team also, because they'll also be happy than having some strict and hurry moving out and shifting and stuffs like that. So that is it's very nice. And how you both have handled the situation as a whole is very interesting. And I think it will inspire a lot of people, in this current pandemic situation and more. And coming to the products itself, like we have seen like multiple, you have a lot of competition in the market because custom mobile applications and others, like even freelancers, lot of people, venture into such digital platforms. So how you place your USB there? So if you could just share some of it, like your unique value proposition, yeah, how you attract more clients with that. And also you mentioned that you have special focus on startups, and how it was to interact with startups and providing solutions to them. Can you please share some experience? If you had any interesting experience there, please share some.
Yeah, sure. So, like you said, the gig economy is thriving, and of course, that's giving all the companies a tough time, right? Like, we all have to be on our toes and making our offerings very competitive. I would say our USP is our signature design thinking practice. Again, it's not about a client giving us a requirement and we building the software and giving them, right? So, we go with our clients on a co-creative journey. And we speak to their end users, and we do what's right for their product. And it's more like a heavy duty consulting, product design, tech consulting, and then building what is the right solution. So our clients enjoy our journey. And yeah, of course, thanks to the great experts and the consultants we have internally.
Yeah, and USP from an employee standpoint, I would say again, we have this vision of creating self-formed, self-managed teams, creating micro entrepreneurs. So that's what we are actually formed within Codewave, right? So again, the teams. Let's say there's a project team of 10 people. They are aware of the revenues that's coming in, how much money the customer is paying, have they paid or not. Am I profitable as a team? Can I onboard a new person into my team from internal teams or external teams or freelance? I mean, it's up to you to decide how you want to kind of make that happen. If it's a very short one and you don't have anyone internally, you need to make it work. So they actually form these decisions by themselves. So we create a lot of boundaries of actions, etc. So they can actually form a lot of these decisions by themselves. So and again, we see that a lot of them actually go become entrepreneurs or become entrepreneurs as well, running a product within Codewave. So that's, I guess, is one of our USPs.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Like you don't just provide a software product, but still you provide an experience together with that. So that's very interesting. And also, like, you don't have any hidden blocks for the employees. Like it's always we're seen, right? The revenue, financial information is always, somewhere hidden, and we are not, only the sales team would know about it, and or not all of them know about it. And that's really interesting and inspiring too. The your whole company structuring, and also the flat employee culture and open culture. Very nice, and thank you for sharing your experiences. And also, as you said, like you have this client experience, right? You would travel with them for a certain duration, and then you get the ideas, and then develop their products. So any rewarding experience you had in the any like interesting one? You would have had multiple ones, but anything which just is very special for you, which you can share?
I think personally for me, the most rewarding thing is the social impact my work has.
Mm-hmm.
On the customer side, like, when customers say that we went through your design thinking journey and we could build great products, which was of great social impact, and they refer more customers to us. And on the employee side, and they say that, we have a great culture here, and, we've set great self-management practices which can scale, and we are literally able to scale, and employees are taking that ownership and building the company forward. I think those are the most rewarding experiences. Definitely much larger than me.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think hitting $1 million in revenue and still doing it in the core way of how we had envisioned from day one. I think that is very rewarding. If you frankly ask me, and from a work perspective, right? Like, the kind, some of the impact that we've created is for the Karnataka government, we had actually helped build a Cowin car app, like equivalent to the
Okay.
Cowin app, which had a lot of issues when it comes to when techies kind of screwing around with
Yes.
the APIs, and there are a lot of issues. You would have read it on papers, right?
Yes.
So we kind of created a different version where we were slotting it based on the need. Someone has that, or, a lot of so that created a huge amount of impact. Or it could be another product for a US based company. It was a baby warmer for prematurely born babies, where the death rate was very high. And we had built an app which could trigger a notification to nurses or doctors when they required proactive care. Right, so literally
Okay.
saving lives. So these are
Yes.
massive impact. I'm sure we have a lot of such case studies, and that's what we live for. We really and then even the team feels that impact. What they built,
True.
they actually know who's the customer, what is the impact that it's going to create, and they feel proud of the work that they're creating here.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting, and also, inspiring to know it, right? The COVID-based apps, and also the healthcare-based ones, which you do, and directly it has, impact on people's life. So that's very interesting, and it'll be very satisfaction. Like the satisfaction from the work will be very high. And thank you, Abhijit and Vidya, for sharing your, experience throughout the entrepreneurship journey and more. And to end this discussion, we'll like to take some two key takeaway points, like from both of you, from your experience, like how you would say to the youngsters and inspiring entrepreneurs. Already, I think your company culture would inspire a lot of people, to initiate such a work culture. But if you could say some two key takeaways from your experience, can you please, both of you, please share some points?
Mm, I would say number one, always be curious, never get complacent. Because it's easy to get complacent when you see early success, and $1 million revenues and all of that. It's easy to say, okay, I know it all, but it's hard to stay humble, curious, and keep learning.
Yeah.
Always have that curiosity mindset to learn.
Mm-hmm.
The number two would be ready to wear any hat.
Mm-hmm.
When I started my entrepreneurial journey, I started off on the field as a collections agent.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there I wore different hats. I became the product head, and head of design, and I do sales, financials. So I think the readiness to wear multiple hats and being ready to face whatever comes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is two most takeaways for me on the journey.
Yeah, great points. I think for me, I would say, passion can take you along to a certain extent, but perseverance is what will really get you to where you really need to be, right? So use the passion initially to kind of drive you, set the vision, charge the team, and then persevere. Don't give up that easily. Be at it, and you will naturally find success. Of course, being agile is also very crucial. Pivoting, etc. That's taken for granted. So that is one. And second is be data informed. Right. So a lot of times entrepreneurs have to take these gut based decisions, right?
True.
So
Intuitions and
intuition based, yeah, it takes but it can still go wrong, and a lot of times it goes well, but being data informed is super critical. I feel like you take the same decisions, that's okay, but you are aware of everything around you. Like otherwise,
True.
you don't know what biases are creeping in your own mind. There's literally 10 different types of biases, right? Recency bias,
Yes.
or different kind of things that comes in our mind. So we have to be aware of that and still take those decisions. So that's a big pitfall for a lot of entrepreneurs. So being data informed has helped me personally a lot.
That's great. Thank you. They were very, inspiring and great points from you both. And it was really a good discussion. And thank you for your interest in our Beyond Dream series. And we'd like to, we meet you soon in some other meeting sooner from the NextGen Entree team. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for the
Thanks
opportunity.
for the
And
opportunity.
please visit us sometime, and you're
Yes.
welcome. Take a look at our office, meet people here.
Yeah, we'd love to host.
Yeah, that'd be great. Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank